Hey everyone, welcome to 99.6 The Howl for the uninitiated. This is an unedited YouTube vlog discussing everything Arizona Coyotes, and around last March, April maybe end of February, depending how optimistic I was back then, I said the rebuild was over. They had a hot finish last season. They were top in the league in goals against. Raanta had the best goalie numbers down the stretch. They climbed themselves out of last place after not winning a game in 11 tries. The first win came on Halloween night last season. And we sit here today in the new season with 5 wins, and Halloween's in 3 days. So definitely an improvement. But they're 5-5. After these 10 games, I think we could start to make some logical conclusions. Coyotes have never been blown out in these first 10 games. The first 5 games, I think they only scored 3 goals, but their last 5 games, they scored around 22 goals. So yeah, they had a drought to start the season, and like everyone said, like I was telling you guys not to worry. These guys were playing great hockey. The PK was brilliant. Defense, neutral zone play was good. Goaltending was what we needed, and the goals came. And I want to thank the Coyotes for actually, providing me proof instead of just speaking hot air and everyone just piling on me in real life and wherever on the internet saying the Coyotes have no offense, they have no good players, they'll never get out of the basement. And it's good to have some proof. There's video evidence of the Coyotes being a great hockey team, and Saturday night is just another one of those videos to show. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say Coyotes played their best game of the season Saturday. They didn't. I think Louis Domingue for the Tampa Bay Lightning played a horrific game. Sort of unfortunate to see him play so poorly on his return to Arizona, but Coyotes needed that. They needed to defeat a powerhouse team in Tampa by a large margin. They won 7-1. It should have been more of like a 3-1 game, maybe a 3-2 game. Tampa Bay had their chances. They just couldn't execute at all. And Raanta was solid. He wasn't brilliant. He was just solid. We didn't need to rely on Raanta that game. I think the bouncers were just going the Coyotes' way like it hasn't in the first 5 games of the season. And that's hockey. Bounces here and there, puck luck. And they'll take the 7-1 win. I mentioned in my last video that Vancouver and Tampa were important games because they were playing second half of back-to-backs. Vancouver played Vegas the night before, and Tampa played Vegas the night before as well, before facing the Coyotes, and the Coyotes needed to take advantage. They needed to stop being that team where they let opportunities slip from their fingers. No, they had a tired team coming into their building. Coyotes were rested. And they took advantage. They got 4 points. They're 2-0 on the homestand. They got Ottawa on Tuesday and Carolina Friday, I'm pretty sure. So a couple more Eastern teams making their way to the desert. But some other topics to talk about. Their PK is amazing. They actually have more shorthanded goals and power play goals. I think they got 5 shorties and only 3 power play goals. Their power play needs work. I've been saying this for the past few games now. It looks really bad. They don't really know how to maintain the zone. It seems like once you take a shot, the other team gets the puck and they clear it out, or they lose a face-off and the other team quickly clears it. They need someone to stand in front of the net. They need the goalie to move from side to side. And with Galchenyuk back in, that adds another element to their power play. Not only is OEL and Keller controlling the power play, now they have an option in Galchenyuk for that one-timer from the right side. So hopefully they work on that. Talking about Galchenyuk, still a bit lost, but I see the chemistry starting to erect between him and Keller. Galchenyuk's got 2 assists in 3 games, so it's fine. He still hasn't scored. He's got some chances, but just give Keller some time, and I'm sure the chemistry with Galley and Keller will be something. Keller always seems to play good with players. He was amazing with Stepan and Panik. He was great with Krause and Stepan. So it'll just take some time, some more practice time, and maybe the injury for Galchenyuk was a bit more serious than we anticipated, and he's still shaking it off, but we'll see. I'm not worried about Galchenyuk. I think getting Galchenyuk in the lineup really took the load off our secondary players like Grabner, Hinostroza, Perlini, Stepan. I mean, Stepan's had a great couple games since Galchenyuk's come back. Perlini's looked pretty good. Grabner's scoring first 2 goals of a Coyote. Hinostroza, man, I mean, his speed, his shot, that goal on Saturday was awesome. He's a very good young player. I'm surprised Chicago was so eager to let him go along with Osterley. Osterley scored 2 on Saturday. Just Hinostroza really fits the Coyote system. You know, speedy, young guy with a wicked shot. He's just a more tenacious and aggressive Perlini. Hopefully Perlini could learn from Vinny. Other than that, what I gotta say, Strome was scratched. I don't want to be too worried. I know Strome's been lackluster and he's underperformed for 3rd overall, but I think the internal competition is great. Look at Panik. Panik sat the last 2 games in a press box and he comes in against Tampa, gets a goal. He looked pretty good with Keller on the top line. But every game you'll start to see a player who's not playing well and maybe they'll get switched out. I mean, I'll probably assume that Cousins gets scratched for Carolina and Strome comes in. I think Cousins didn't have a good game against Tampa, so I give Strome an opportunity to come in, learn that his job's not safe, and play well and get back at it. He's got 2 of the 3 power play goals, so you won't see Strome scratched for much longer. But he has to step it up. He's great on the face-offs. He's just got to shoot more. He's got a lethal shot. And he's got to get back to his scoring ways. Other than that, I keep saying that. Thought they played a great game. Defense was good. Their neutral zone play was fantastic. Just Tampa could never use their speed to gain entry into their defensive zone. And the Coyotes played a great home game in front of the fans, and they got to continue it. Get the fans in the building, get the hype going. And we'll see from here. I'm very impressed by the Coyotes this season. There's 2 points of a playoff spot, and they got to keep it going. The Pacific is wide open, like I said last video, and they got to take advantage of these weak teams and just tired teams coming to their building. So they got to keep at it. That's it for me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support.